Hey, Steve Mignani here at High Octane Classics in Auburn, Massachusetts, with a very special 1970 Cuda. Now, this may present like an AAR Cuda, but it's more than that. It's tour red or hemi-orange, whatever you want to call it, but it's done up kind of as a pro touring car with a whole lot of factory tributes, kind of a greatest hits. That started off with a look at the elastomeric front bumper, which has been added, but it's the real deal. It's not a fiberglass replica. Very, very cool. The hood is an AAR Cuda style hood with the functional opening. And we open up to reveal a six-pack, but instead of the expected small block 340 six-pack, this is actually a stroker big block with over 400 cubic inches. So the front fenders say 383 plus 6, which is a play on the 440 plus 6. But this is actually something like a 444 cubic inch low deck. But very cool. It has an Indy Modman six-pack intake with a Demon six-shooter triple two-barrel carburetor setup. Check this out. And there they are, the three Holley, or actually Demon two-barrel carburetors underneath the factory steel, not fiberglass. This is a steel six-pack lid. How cool is that? And beyond all of that, we go further with, these are trick flow big block heads, aluminum. That's good stuff, way better than any iron 906 or even a Max wedge head. Factory electronic ignition, no need to mess with points. Polished aluminum water pump for low mass, power steering up front, and a massive aftermarket aluminum radiator that still looks stock. It has the stock look to it, but is again much larger and more efficient than a factory piece. Let's move around this side here. A lightweight Mopar dual circuit master cylinder feeding four-wheel Willward disc brakes. There's a proportioning valve right here. And again, this car has been built with sort of a pro touring vibe, and there's no doubt about it. This thing is very capable on the road course as well as the road. Four-wheel disc brakes, Minolite Shelby 15-inch wheels with big and bigger tires and wheels. But something crazy about this car, this is an actual Cuda, one of about 17,900 made in 1970. But beyond that, let's look at the VIN tag. Here we have N96, right? N96, where is that N96? That right there, that tells us this car was born a shaker. Yes, there were 727 shaker hoods installed on Cudas in 1970, and this was one of them. But along the way, it's been redone as this AAR Cuda Pro Touring Tribute. Nothing wrong with that. Let's move inside and look at the 4-speed manual. Nice interior, a combination of stock appearances. The pistol grip is present and accounted for. A wood rim steering wheel, factory stuff. Cuda goodies inside. The high back bucket seats, all new for 1970, 150 mile an hour speedometer. Down here, I love the AAR Cuda side exhaust with Flowmaster mufflers, and it's a play on the AAR Cuda goodies, but even bigger and better. And speaking of bigger, the rear 15-inch Shelby Minolite wheels are wider than the up front wheels with massive hand-cooked tires, front and rear. So again, very capable on the road course. And something kind of neat on this one, it still has the torsion bar front suspension, but it has big shock absorbers up front. In the rear, it still has leaf springs, but these are carbon fiber. Right here, you'll see that's a monoleaf right there. That's a lightweight carbon fiber, sort of a plastic spring. That's the latest stuff in low mass, high control leaf spring technology. Around the back, we have the AAR Cuda style deck lid spoiler. Very cool, the blacked out tail. And this is a Cuda, it's really a Cuda. But again, part of the side pipes of the AAR involve the block off rear valance, which is correct. The standard Cuda would have the cutouts right here, but the attention to detail on this one has been carried out all the way to the rear valance. Okay, let's look in the trunk and see what we have here. Turn the key. All right, very nicely turned out. I like it. Orange paint looking very good. And underneath the trunk mat, yeah, okay, nothing wrong with this. Now, got to keep in mind what looks like rust. Oh no, this is not, these aren't holes. This is discoloration caused by the fact that the rubber trunk mat doesn't breathe. You'll find this on 100-point show cars if they sit. But with that said, no holes. And that's just surface discoloration. Nice solid trunk on this one here. So that's the story of this 1970 AAR Cuda Pro Touring. actually a factory shaker car, one of 727 made, very rare, very special on so many levels. Keep in mind that High Octane Classics does finance with as little as 10% down, and they will deliver a car right to your door. And yes, they do take late model trades or pretty much anything you might want to bring in. They'll consider it as a trade. So to learn more about this car, check it out on the High Octane Classics website.